"Mommy, I am your 401k." Many years ago, a young woman from a low-income family, who was a UC student, was about to leave the Bay Area to attend an Ivy League medical school on the East Coast. This is what she said to her mother at the farewell party her family and friends held for her. Later, this remark spread among her mother's circle of friends. They all praised the mother for raising her daughter so well, exceptionally accomplished and filial. Now, the daughter has long since started working, her family is wealthy, and the mother occasionally travels with friends, takes cruises, and enjoys a happy, carefree retirement. The phrase "raise children to provide for old age, store grain to prevent hunger," is an ancient and widely used Chinese idiom. The practice of storing grain to prevent hunger is relatively easy to understand. In ancient times, when resources were scarce, it was common sense to store grain during bountiful years, to guard against famine in lean years. However, the idea of raising children to provide for old age, meaning that raising children was a way to prepare for one's later years, is difficult for modern people to comprehend. The reality is that nowadays, most people have basic security for their old age and do not need to rely on their children. In ancient times, it was with the emergence of the lifestyle based on raising children to provide for old age that humanity gradually moved away from the primitive and savage way of life shared with other animals. Filial piety is a unique emotion that distinguishes humans from all other creatures on earth. It means that children not only treat their parents well when they are cared for by them, but also continue to care for, support, and respect their parents when they grow old and lose the ability to work. With this special emotion of filial piety, human ancestors formed families where 2 or 3 generations lived together, passing on traditions without interruption from one generation to the next. This continuity allowed human wisdom to accumulate, and human society gradually progressed toward civilization. Filial piety holds such a crucial place in the path of human society toward civilization that it has been regarded as the foundation and most important moral principle of ancient Chinese traditional culture. The mainstream of ancient Chinese traditional culture was Confucianism, whose core value is benevolence, Ren. Benevolence, in turn, originates from filial piety. A child who is filial and obedient to their parents at home is more likely to grow up with a compassionate heart and treat others with kindness. If everyone cultivates a sense of benevolence and treats strangers with friendliness and goodwill, society becomes harmonious and stable. The Confucian ethics of loyalty, filial piety, benevolence, and righteousness aim to promote family harmony, social cohesion, and world peace. As a result, they have been highly esteemed by emperors and widely embraced by the people throughout history. For over 2,000 years, Confucianism has quietly influenced the thoughts, behaviors, and beliefs of generations in China and neighboring countries. The United States, a prosperous and democratic nation, attracts countless immigrants from around the world seeking freedom and opportunities to achieve their dreams. Among them are many families of Asian descent deeply influenced by Confucian thought but born into less fortunate times. Upon arriving in the U.S., they often thrive, finding an environment well-suited to their growth and success. The sense of family responsibility and newfound hope motivates first-generation immigrants to willingly embrace the hardships of building a family. Filial piety enables the second generation to fully utilize the resources offered by their new environment to pursue financial independence and freedom for their families. By the third generation, these immigrant families are often fully integrated into American society. However, within their homes, they still preserve Confucian cultural traditions, showing respect for elders, caring for their peers, and supporting one another. They may not know who Confucius is or what Confucian culture entails, but the values of filial piety continue to influence them quietly.